Everything that could go wrong went wrong when I was trying to cook. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nikase, and I started a series where I cook in the background and I just chat with you about whatever is going on in my life. So if you'd like to stick around, please click the subscribe button, click the like button, and let's get started. So I'm a Haitian American, and sometimes I really, if you hear background noise, I'm so sorry. I'm outside. That is a school bus behind me driving by. Anyways, I'm Haitian American, and sometimes I just crave some really good Haitian food, but I don't really have access to that where I live in Georgia. And granted, I'm from Miami, and nothing really compares to the Haitian food in Miami because that's where most of the Haitians flock to either Miami or to New York, or well, those are the two main places really. So out in the country, backwoods of Georgia, you ain't really finding no Haitian food. So anytime my mom comes, I either have to drive to Atlanta to find some type of Haitian whatever. And she was here for around Thanksgiving when I had my baby. And I was like, okay, what are we going to make for Thanksgiving? What are we going to make for Thanksgiving? And we ended up going to this spot in Atlanta. It was like a Haitian store owned by a Haitian lady or whatever. So she has all the Haitian goods imported from Haiti. And so there's this rice that we make in Haiti that's called dili jonjon. Dili jonjon. And it's composed of black mushrooms. And so usually you take the dried black mushrooms, you boil it, and after you boil it, it becomes this dark, beautiful color, and you basically boil your rice in it with different seasonings, things like that. It's a favorite amongst a lot of Haitians. And so I made that for Thanksgiving, but we boiled so much that, I put some in a glass container and I ended up putting it in my deep freezer because my mom was like, I could save some and make some for another day so I don't have to worry about driving back to Atlanta to get the dried mushroom, because it's not something that you find. It's a mushroom that's native to Haiti. Anyways, so I wake up. Usually I decide the day before or the morning of what I'm going to make for dinner. I didn't pull any meat out deep freezer. I was very not prepared to make this food today. And so I was like, okay, let me grab the rest of the water for the jonjon. And then I realized I ain't got no Italian seasoning. I ain't got no onion powder. I don't have any onion. I don't have any bell peppers. I don't have épices. Épices is a mix of seasonings that Haitians use whenever they're seasoning meat, whenever they're seasoning anything that Haitians can season, they're going to use épices. I didn't have that. I didn't have anything that would really make my meal pop. And I was like, oh, this is not going to turn out good. How am I going to make my sauce? How am I going to make my chicken? How am I going to make this rice? But I did what I had to do, and I seasoned with what we had. But I feel like it was such a struggle to make this meal. I used sweet peas because you could either use sweet peas and lima beans in the rice. Some people choose both. I'm not that big of a fan of lima beans, so I choose to omit it, and I just use the sweet peas. Getting the stupid can to open for the sweet peas was a struggle. The first can opener wouldn't work. The second one I was just struggling to open the can. Why do they even make cans these days without a freaking clip lid thing that you could just pull off? While I was making the food, I had to constantly discipline my child because he's in his era where he's just not wanting to listen to me at all. His father talks to him one time and he listens, but me, oh my gosh, he gives me hell. He gives me hell. And I'm just like, even the butter, even down to the butter, y'all. The butter we buy we bulk buy from Sam's Club, so I had butter in a deep freezer. I had to go run down to the deep freezer, get the butter, and I could not cut the thing without. Listen, I was just so annoyed making this food yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But I made it through, and it just kind of reminded me on how you just have to continue to persevere through challenges. And even when things are not working out your way, you pivot. Learn how to pivot. Of course, with me making this food, the food had to be done. I already started. I could have completely just given up and made something else that was easier, more accessible to make, since I was missing so many things. But as I started everything, I just decided to pivot. And it worked out in my favor. And that's life. Especially as a stay-at-home mom with a toddler and a baby, I feel like life is literally just about pivoting and trying to figure out what's going to work, or if something is failing you, just move on to something else that can help whatever you're doing. And so I just decided to do that. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it feels like life is crushing me. Like like I'm an ant and somebody's foot is just over the ant, and I'm about to die. But when you get the results that you wanted, everything end up being okay. So, this is my reminder to you, is to pivot. That is the word for today. Pivot, so you can just thrive and do what you need to do, and think about it. Don't get frustrated. But if you do get frustrated, that's okay. And if you cry, that's okay too, because baby, as I'm recording this video, I cried about 5 minutes ago. I cried about 5 minutes ago because my son did not want to take a nap today. And like I said, he's in his toddler era where he is not listening to me. I went out to the deck to get some fresh air, and he locked me out. I started crying because I was just so tired. I was just tired of this day, and I was just waiting for my husband to come home. And I've been very honest about, my mental health issues lately. And so it was just like, dog, I took you to the trampoline park today. You would have thought that your energy would have been, it would have been easy for you to fall asleep. We started off the day really good by going to the trampoline park, and then we got some Chick-fil-A after that. And you would have thought that's like a perfect recipe for you to take a nap. No. He just refused. And I was just like, you know what? Fine, whatever. And he's going to go to bed early, but he's not going to stay in bed. So all of these things is just it. Anyways, pivot. That is the word for today. The word for life is to pivot. And, oh, I forgot to mention that the food that I made, I did the rice. I did the chicken in the oven, but I was like, dang, we need some vegetables. Granted, sweet peas are vegetables inside the rice, but I was like, we need a separate vegetable. I had some bacon fat in the refrigerator, and I've never been one to really save bacon fat like that, but since my husband been on a semi-carnivore diet, I've been saving the fat from the bacon that I would make for him. And so I put some bacon fat in a pan. That's the can I was that's the glass jar that I was, tapping earlier. And I put the green beans, because I was like, how can I finesse canned green beans? And I put that in the bacon fat, make sure it was covered up. And I put a quarter cup of the canned juice or whatever inside the pan with some pepper. And I have been using a pepper medley lately. So I used that, the bacon fat, the water, and I think that's all I did. Oh, and I put a little spoon of the chicken bouillon in there. Oh my gosh. it came out so good. It came out so good. And as you can see here, I can't do nothing without mothering. I had to discipline the toddler earlier. Baby didn't want to be put down. He didn't feel like sitting with his brother because his brother was antagonizing him. And so I had to go pick him up. This is my life, y'all. This is my life, and I don't think I would have it any other way, but sometimes I wish it was another way. But here we are. I had to put him down real quick because how else was I going to take the chicken out there, out the oven without burning my baby? Anyways, this is how the food came out. It still came out really good. We enjoyed it. We ate it. We had us a ball. And this is my Dijon with some chicken and some green beans. That's it. That's all. If you made it to the end, like the video, subscribe, and comment. Bye.